It's the final training exercise of the initial landing craft course for a new group of Royal Marines at Force 7 Commando. They're about to facilitate a close target reconnaissance mission. Going out at night and operating offshore raiding craft and inflatable raiding craft is the accumulation of weeks of hard work on and off the water. For Marines who have not long passed out of Commando training, it's their first step on their Royal Marine journey as they complete what's called the Landing Craft 3s course.
It's been intense, that's for sure. It's been really good. I've really enjoyed it. We've been doing sort of like tactical serials, safety serials, everything that's basically needed to make us operationally deployable, so that when we get into Force 7 we can support the wider brigade with their operations.
And then on your count, just pull it back.
Royal Marines have to do a capsize drill so they can right an upturned inflatable craft, which I had to do to ensure I was safe on the boats. They also have specialist equipment they use on the water.
I'm wearing what's called a Frisbee suit, which stands for Fire Retardant Immersion Suit Boating Operations. And this is what the Royal Marines wear when they're in the offshore raiding craft or in the inflatable raiding craft. They come in green or black, and each one is unique to the Commando that wears it, because the neoprene collars and cuffs need to be snug enough so no water gets in.
The 12-week course for Marines encompasses everything, from checking the mechanics of the craft and learning how to change the engine, to how tidal streams act differently around the globe and impact missions at sea.
The smaller IRCs are like a little speedboat. They're super manoeuvrable, super responsive, and the Orcs, when you get them up to speed, they're a lot of fun to drive as well, powerful. It was definitely difficult to sort of learn the generic basics of like safety and sort of craft operations, and then adding that tactical layer was definitely a step up, that's for sure.
And it's those tactics that are crucial. Part of this final exercise is going out at night on a tactical scenario in the Solent on the south coast. There's also another course being run at the same time. The Landing Craft Officers Qualification is for Royal Marine Lieutenants, and their job is to develop a plan of action for their troop. It starts early in the morning when they receive a fragmentary order, or a frago as they call it.
It's basically a condensed version of everything you would need to know from your one-up to create your own plan. So it talks you through any pertinent J2 intel that they've got. It talks you through the general situation with the terrain, with the enemy, with friendly forces, and then it talks you through what it is that they want to achieve and gives you a bit of guidance about how you might need to go about that. I'll bring in my section commanders and I'll run them through the plan, and they'll tell me if it's appropriate or if I'm perhaps missing something. And then I go into a full planning cycle, get my orders done, and then it's over to the guys.
The mission could be anything from beach reconnaissance, overwatch or neutralising adversaries. In this scenario, it's taking troops from 40 Commando to shore undetected so they can carry out reconnaissance on an enemy target. The Orcs can go up to about 38 knots and the IRCs 24 knots. And when the wind and sea state is extreme, the coxswains must perform to the best of their ability to keep everyone safe and keep the mission going.
We always kind of say within the branch that even when we are on exercise, it's always real life. There always is a genuine risk, and that's why it's important that the guys who are on this course now are really developing their confidence on the water and are able to make quite critical decisions out of fairly junior rank. The sea state was sort of pushing towards the limit of some of the craft, so we had to kind of amend our task org, use different assets, but the important thing was the guys were flexible enough to react to that, and then they all did their job well, and we still achieved mission success.
Mission success means lashing together craft in darkness to transfer troops from the Orcs to the IRCs so they can be delivered to the beach. And on completion of 40 Commando's recce mission, getting out of the area as quickly as possible. For Royal Marines, being able to work along coastlines is paramount, which is why the accomplishments of these Force 7 Commandos will continue to be developed. For the lieutenants and Marines on this course, the skills tested in the Solent are built upon on operations that could take them to seas in the Arctic or rivers in the jungle. Bryony Williams, Forces News, Southampton.